to the next thing, okay, which this part I really love. This part is really valuable. I make sure you guys take notes on this one, okay? Okay, so what we are looking at is how price moves, and basically how price gets from 1 to 2 to 3, okay? Where is a good stable price that we can look at right now? Let's go to the daily time frame. I just need to find a really presentable pair that I can use for this. I guess we can use oil actually. It's not analyzed. I need a clean chart. Let me just find one really quickly. Yeah, okay, we'll use this. Okay, so how does price get from 1 to 2 to 3? So a lot of people already know I don't use fundamental analysis. I just want to say this, that price is never moving because of fundamental analysis. Price is only going to move for one reason, and that's the investors that are in the market. I know there's a lot of traders that don't trade certain sessions because it might be a slow session. Everybody's asleep. Or you might have traders that don't want to trade on holidays because it is slow, even though the market is still open on holidays, okay? You never know who's going to be in the market and who's going to be out of the market, okay? So let me just jump in and show you this real quick, and then we'll hit the chart and show you that way. So let's say you have 10, you have 9, you have 8, you have 11, you have 12, and you have 13, okay? So let's say price is starting out at 10, right? And I posted this recently on my Instagram as well and a few other places. Every time one person buys, another person is also selling. The only way I make money from the market is by taking it from the other side of the spectrum, taking it from the person who basically seen the opposite idea to me, and that's how that goes, okay? So if I'm looking to buy, let's do 0.01. If I'm looking to, or let's just say, I'm looking to buy at $10, okay? The only way I'm going to actually be able to fulfill my buy order is if somebody else on the other side of the world or the other side of my position would thought that $10 is a high price and they're going to sell. So we're going to basically switch and I'm going to get in my long position. The only way that I'm going to make money is if I have other traders around the world increasing the price, increasing the value of this. More traders coming in, and the dispersal flow is pushing the price up. So let's say there's a lot of traders who say news is going to make this happen. The news can entice people to want to get into a trade or something like that. But ultimately, the underlying foundation of why the price is going up is because you have buyers, you have investors like you and me, investors like hedge funds, governments, and everybody contributing to the market. They're the ones who are like, you know what, this is a good buying opportunity. I'm going to enter my position. And then we see price start accumulating. It's accumulating and letting go, accumulating and letting go. So once the price, like let's say, reaches a resistance where price, people aren't seeing that price can be raised anymore. People aren't accepting a higher price because, you know what, it's kind of just unacceptable to continue going higher at this point for whatever reason. Maybe, like I mentioned, maybe people haven't been at this height before, so they're like, you know what, I'm not sure I can go any further. Whatever psychological issue. So the only way I'm going to make money is if I think there are traders at 11 and at 12 who think these are low prices as well that are going to want to keep buying. And then let's say I choose to get out at 13, right? So I'm going to go from 10 to 13, and I can make my profit. Also, all these traders that got in sell positions, they either lost their positions or they're currently in drawdown. Okay, so this doesn't mean that they have to normally get the short end of the stick, but they're trading their trading plan as well. So if let's do this like this as well. Okay, we have support and resistance. If my trading plan says to buy, and the trade normally just goes like this, and I lose the trade, okay? What does this tell me other than there's not another large amount of traders that have the same idea I did, okay? Every trade that, no matter what your trading plan is going to have wins and losses, like no matter what. Just because you have certain traders who, let's just do another one like this. You have certain traders that are going to see trend lines. You have certain traders that are going to see Fibonacci's on there as well. And everybody's not using the same thing. Certain people are using Bollinger Bands. Certain people are just trading naked charts like myself. You have certain people who are doing a whole ton of things you never even heard of, whatever. But the money is going to move where a majority of the traders are putting their money on, okay? So just because I take a losing trade doesn't mean that my plan doesn't work, but it just means that a large amount of the traders didn't have the same trade idea I had as well. And this goes back into how price moves from 10 to 11 to 12. And let's say you take a buy. This is the same idea as taking a buy at a 10, price going to 11, and maybe sellers start actually coming into the market and move the price back down to 10 to 9 to 8 to 7 to 6, and price falls. Okay, but it's the investors moving the price. Only the investors can change the price based on their inputs. This is why I also say, if you're not trading, you're not actually making a vote into the market, okay? You need to be making a vote into the market for you to have some impact on where the price is actually going, okay? It's always supply and demand and having a certain flow, okay, to the market. So the next thing here, make sure you guys take notes on this. This is really, really important. Price moves for no other reason. Price isn't moving because the moving average said it would. Price isn't moving because I said it would. Price ultimately moves because this is where a large amount of the money is going. This is how the people of the country, how the investors around the world are reacting to, whether it's fundamental information, whether that's just technical information. The market is moving based on the investors, okay? So we have about 30 minutes